Hey guys, this is William with another video for Play-agricola.com's YouTube channel and twitch.tv/play_agricola. I was feeling too bad with how badly that game went yesterday. Couldn't leave that as my most recently uploaded video. So and I had some extra time today. So I'm playing an ABCD deck, where we are playtesting the new expansion, which is currently called J3, but will end up being, I think, an expansion set to the C and D deck. Kind of padding those out, I think. I'm not exactly up to date, but this is only features cards from the 2016 edition and onwards, and the playtesting we're doing for the expansion to that, one of the expansions to that edition. So, looking at this first pile, Cookery Outfitter, Carpenter's Apprentice. This looks pretty good. Build 4 stables, build 15 fences. You've saved 6 wood with this action. So yeah, that looks pretty good. Furniture Carpenter, bonus point for 2 food. Nah, that's not that good. Storehouse Steward, no. Stable Planner, 369 to the current round. Build the stable at no cost. Oh, it's not bad. Day labor, you get a sheep or a grade. Wow, and you can buy stuff too. That kind of goes with Storehouse Steward. You would get a stone because you're taking, oh, not a food accumulation space. Never mind. Livestock feeder. Each grain in your supply can hold an animal of any type. Interesting. Buy a wood, a reed, and a grain for 2 food. Oh, this looks amazing. Buying a grain for 2 food. Like, you just do it once and then you set up a combo. That looks really good. Maybe better than Carpenter's Apprentice. Each clay room you build, 2 food and bonus point. Basket carrier looks really strong. Let's try that. It's also the kind of game that card, like, if you set up your game around it, then you can do a lot. Garden designer. At the start of scoring, you can place food in your empty fields. You get 3 bonus points for each field in which you placed 7 food. That looks very good. There's no cap on it. Yeah, and one food to 1 point is outstanding. Let's look at the other cards. So Stone Carver. So like a card like Stone Carver, if I looked at this, I could turn a stone into a wood, reed, grain, and food. That would kind of be the math that I would do. Transactor, no. Joiner of the Sea, so that's an option because it would get me food to pay for the basket carrier. Forest Tallyman, 3 clay, 2 clay, 3 wood. Looks pretty good. Give them a grain to get a bonus point. I mean, you're helping your opponents a lot if you do that. Each time another player does this, you can build fences, build stables, or build rooms. Interesting. That's pretty interesting. Yeah, this garden designer looks like a really strong card. Okay, guys in the white hats. Wood, clay, reed, stone on the next 4 round spaces. This card already exists in the G deck, I'm pretty sure. Building Tycoon. Whenever another player builds a room, you can give them 1 food and build a room yourself. Okay. Play this card, you get 2 wood. Every one time someone's taking one, they first must pay you a food. Interesting. One food per each remaining harvest to get a cattle and a boar. That's actually pretty good. Decent action for the end of the game. Reed roof renovator. Get a reed from the general supply. Nah. Seed researcher. Each time any player, any people. Oh, so the idea is if grain and vegetable is anytime grain and vegetable are both occupied, you get 2 food and I can play an occupation. Interesting. I won't take it here, but I might take it later. Game catcher or forest guardian for me? Forest guardian. It's a card I can play right at the beginning. It'll give me some passive food income, which is nice. Okay, this one, hoof caregiver. Add 1 cattle from the general supply. Afterwards you get a grain plus 1 food for each cattle there. Interesting. Getting a bunch of grain at the end of the game will be good for me if I have a nice bake action with my garden designer. Bell Founder is interesting. If you get any passive clay income, it can be really good. Breeding phase of each harvest. For each newborn animal you get, you can sow crops. 2, 4, 5 unplanted field tiles. You immediately get 1, 2, 3 veggies. That looks really good. Especially because I want unplanted tiles. Every time after you use a wood space, you can pay a grain to get a boar. No. Yeah, potato digger for sure. Looks like all the new cards are pretty good. Like all the new cards that are being introduced. You can buy a bonus point for 2 food. Okay, so now I'm looking at my basket carrier and saying, do I want a wood, a reed, a grain, and a point? That's kind of what I'm looking at now. Oh wait, no, for 2 food. Sorry, I'm overpaying 2 food. Never mind, that doesn't work. Let's take this stable planner. Stable planner looks pretty good. Free stables are usually nice. Okay, stone carver, stagehand. Those are the 2 I'm looking at. Stone carver, stagehand. Especially with basket carrier, I'm going to want to build more than one wood room. So stagehand is an option just because it gives me that passive ability to do so. Stone carver helps me with feeding, which I haven't seen a really good way to feed yet. It actually would help with my basket carrier quite a bit. Okay, let's try this stone carver. So what it means is stone carver plus 1 reedstone food action gets me enough reed to build a room after the first harvest. Wood harvester. None of the rest of the cards look all that good. Building Tycoon is probably fine, but I don't think I need it. Alright, early cattle. Play this card, you immediately get 2 cattle, and you have to pay 5 bonus point to merit. Interesting. Corn schnapps, once per round you can pay 1 grain to place 1 food on each of the next 4 round spaces. Terrible because it's a grain, a food, and a clay. Grain, a wood, and a clay. Oh, but I guess it's converting grain into food without using an action. Is corn schnapps actually going to be amazing for me? Well, I think it'll come back either way, so I don't need to take it here. Excursion to the quarry, passing miner that gets a bunch of stone. It's an option. Place 2 of each building resource on this card. Anytime you take at least blah, you get blah. Remodeling. 1 clay for each clay room and each major improvement you have. Work certificate. Work certificate seems pretty good. After each harvest you can buy exactly 1 of the following goods. So I could set up like a stone combo here where I'm paying 2 food to get a stone, and then that stone is getting converted into 3 food, so I'm gaining 1 food on the transaction, and then I'm paying another food, so I'm paying 2 of those food that I get out into basket carrier. It's an option. Start of the field phase, if you have at least 1 grain field, 1 vegetable field, 1 empty field, you get 3 food. Interesting. Each time you use a take 1 boar space, you can do a build fences action. Let's take this value assets card. Although, you know what? I want to accumulate food, not resources. So no, I've changed my mind. I don't want to spend food this game, I want to accumulate it. Remodeling, material hub. Material hub is interesting. Yeah, lets you use building resources late in the game. Slows down your first room though. I think I'm just going to take work certificate. Work certificate seems pretty good. Okay, ceilings. Wood on the next 5 round spaces. Turn a clay into 5 wood. Pretty good. At the end of each harvest, it does not round that does not end with a harvest. You can get a vegetable out of your fields. Calcium fertilizers, no field tiles. So I have to play it before. Okay, no. Wood pile, no. Smoking mantelpiece. You have to have renovated to clay or stone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can't use reno anymore, so no. Randomly select an occupation. Pay it for 2 food or give it to the player on your hand. Player on your left. Overhaul. Raise all of your fences. Add up to 3 fences from your supply and rebuild them. You don't lose any animals. So you're paying a wood to gain 2 fences. But you can't do your original fences with that, okay? Harvest Festival, -point. Carry out the field phase of the harvest. Afterwards, you get a major or minor. You know what? This is actually going to be pretty good for me because I want to have empty spaces. So I'm taking Harvest Festival because it's nice insurance to clear up my spaces for Potato Digger and Garden Designer. Bed in the grain field looks interesting. Pretty expensive. Pretty expensive. You have to have a grain field. You have to have room for it. Chain float. 7, 8, and 9 to the current round spaces. Place one field on each. So it's like a plow, except you don't need to use the action, but you have to pay it super early. Stork's Nest. Wow. Family growth should be really easy here. If you have more rooms than people, pay a food to get a family growth action. Stork, that actually looks pretty reasonable for me to play in this game. Job creation plan. Another -point. So it lets you gain food whenever you play occupations. If you live in a wooden house, you get a food. Scullery. Nah, not interested. Clay mortar. 2, 3, 4 clay for 1, 2, 3 stone. No. So I'm looking at chain float, stork's nest, or paper knife. Those three are my options. Chain float will be hard to pull off, but if I can, it's amazing. Stork's Nest is pretty expensive. It's a lot of occupations to play early, so it's a ton of food. Let's grab Chain Float. Chain Float seems like it'll be really good for me. I haven't seen any other plows, so. Schnapps Distillery, no. The problem with Schnapps Distillery is that it costs a vegetable. That's 100% the pop. Hey Sid, no, this is not a tournament game. I'm just playing practice game with Pain. Clubhouse. Four food and a stone and a point for 2 clay. That's okay. Rollover plow. If you have at least 3 planted fields, you can discard all goods from one of them to plow a field. No. Stone Company. Each time you use a stone accumulation space, you can get a major or minor improvement action, during which you must spend at least 1 stone. Interesting, but pretty expensive. Fishing net. Before people go on fishing, they have to pay me. Nah, I'm not interested in fishing. Clubhouse looks okay. And corn schnapps came back, so I'll take that. It lets me turn grain into food without using a bake, which is good. Lifting machine, I could do that. Calcium fertilizers. No, I want empty fields. I don't want to put more stuff on. Smoking mantelpiece, no. Lifting machine, what are the odds though that I play lifting machine? Like, it's going to come into effect so late. So calcium fertilizers, maybe I play that. It might get played, but really not too interested in any of those. So I have a couple cards to play early. Stable Planner and Chain Float both demand getting played early. Wood Harvester would like to be played before the first harvest. But I don't need to. Stone Carver, again, with Basket Carrier would be nice if I could play it before the first harvest. Forest Guardian wants to be played early. Paper Knife here. Not interested in Job Creation Plan. Paper Knife is fine. So yeah, Potato Digger will come late. Ideally, Potato Digger gets played in like round 13. And it would get me, what, 2 vegetables if I did that? Because round 14's pushing it just because I have Garden Designer as well. And I want to play Garden Designer in round 14. Job Creation and Day Labor combo, or even Stork's Nest could be cool. It's basically pay a point for patron. Yeah. You're right about that. First action. Forest Guardian, because then I can second action Paper Knife if I don't like what my options are. So Forest Guardian says, before anyone can take 5 or 6 wood from an accumulation space, they have to pay me a food. So nobody's allowed to start player into 6 wood unless they pay me to do it. Work certificate is broken or borderline broken, I think. Yeah, work certificate looks pretty strong. Because it's whenever I do an action, I can take like 4. The big thing is 4 clay is pretty common. Like being able to grab a clay every time looks pretty good. Then we've got Bonehead here. Put 6 wood on it. Each time you play a card from your hand, you get a wood from the card. Okay, interesting. Yeah. So it's a wood, bunch of wood. I could, no, I can't play Clubhouse. Yeah, let's just play Paper Knife. I'm not interested in 2 wood or 1 clay, or 2 clay. So what are my 3 options? Stable Planner, Basket Carrier, and Stable Planner, Stone Carver, Basket Carrier. B S A S I. So I random and get S from the A deck, which is Stable Planner. And Stable Planner goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, seems like Forest Guardian is going to be really annoying because that play is going to be super common. Oh, I need to pass. I need to pass the miner. New round. So I could play an occupation here, but I think Reedstone Food, I do need to get a Reedstone Food action out at some point, so let's grab it now. Oh, Paper Knife, I forgot. Work certificate, also Basket Carrier was broken when it triggered each round instead of harvest. And 4 wood also happens. There are a lot of wood infusers. Interesting. I guess I have noticed that there's a lot more, that this set definitely plays differently than the G4, 5, 6 set, and even just the EIK. difference. It's got a lot of differences from EIK. Barbarossa playing occupation guys in the white hats. Like, it's just exactly Resource Collector, which was a G-Deck card. Oh, you're not allowed to, Resource Collector lets you choose the order. Okay. Chris says this card looks like collectors any order. Okay. Yeah, don't know. It's not OP. Don't know why it's nerfed. Yeah. Payne plays Joiner of the Sea. So I can get a wood when I go on fishing if I want it. So 3 wood most definitely, and I need to put Paper Knife on the board because there's a good chance Barbarossa plays it here. Published. I really mangled the spelling of that. Joiner of the Sea. Sorry, I'll make it a little easier to see. Yeah, Chris's comment is guys in the white hats makes me think of the KKK. That's funny. I assumed it was referencing cowboys, like the good guys, because theoretically in old cowboy movies the good guys wore white hats and the bad guys wore black hats, but yeah. Sid says there's a card that's basically Berry Picker plus Woodcutter, and also a card that adds a 4 wood spot for you or a 3 wood spot for other people that also gives you 1 wood. What? And 4 wood non-accumulating spinny. Interesting. Yeah, of course. Paper Knife is, yeah, it just like it makes it's too good. Like start player, pay a wood, which is like really a nothing cost. Yeah. Forest Tallyman. Each time these 2 spaces are occupied, you can use a space between them to get 2 clay and 3 wood. Okay. Sure. I go last, which is a little sad. Makes it a little harder for me to get my Stone Carver out, but we're still hoping. So if I'm going to play Stone Carver and Basket Carrier, I need to do a food action in addition to that. And Wood Harvester, do I play it? We'll see. I might play Wood Harvester. Barbarossa getting that first fireplace with 2 sheep out there. Good. Good for him. If I'm going to play Clubhouse or if I'm going to play Corn Schnapps, I need to grab clay at some point. Clubhouse too. I am interested in playing Clubhouse, but I'd rather play Chain Floats first. Play Chain Floats before anything else. Stone Carver. And then second action, start player Chain Floats. Sure. Yeah, that'd be a fine option, I think. Could be Clubhouse as well. Clubhouse would be an okay card. But I don't really, I'd rather play the clay cost than the wood cost of Clubhouse. And yeah, Basket Carrier wants to be played. Wood Harvester wants to be played. I have work certificate now, so I should maybe consider playing work certificate. But the food cost before this harvest, considering I want to try to buy with my basket carrier, that's gonna be tough to pull off. That's for sure. Alternate placing one food and one sheep on each remaining round space, starting with food. Oh, that's good. 1.5 food per round for the rest of the game for a 2 wood cost. I mean, it's not as good as Animal Pen, the same cost but 1.5 food instead of 2. But you get to do it with 1 fewer occupation. But you could argue that a sheep is stronger than 2 food. Early it's not, but later it might be. Carpenter's Apprentice. Yeah, I think this card's really good. I'm kind of surprised Barbarossa didn't take it. It looks quite strong to me. I need to do my fishing action here. Yeah, I'll go on Traveling Players, sure, before the Traveling Players cards come out. So now I have enough that I can even afford to play an expensive occupation and basket carrier buy. So I'm in a good spot. But yeah, 4 wood here, work certificate would have been nice if I could have played that. But I can always play it later. And it's a use an action space. It's not even another resource action space. It's like family growth and steal a wood from 6 wood, which is pretty good. And actually, with work certificate, if I can massage these spaces to make 5 wood or more, then they have to pay me before they take them. Reed boat. Every time you obtain reed, you also get a wood. We need, you know what we need in this game? Need something that lets you play improvements. Something that lets you play minor improvements. There's basket carrier. So I'm gonna go into round 5 with the resources to build a wood room, assuming I don't play. Like, I could play minor chain float still. That's still an option for me. But it looks like 4 wood's coming back. What? Because gray should build a room here. Well, okay, if wood's gonna get accumulated, I'm leaving it, right? Because people have to pay me. Yeah, that doesn't look right. That pain took 2 wood from that. Yeah, oh, okay, pain is going off of the old text of the card. Okay, well, this is the last turn I can get maximum value out of chain float, and I know an excellent wood action is coming to me next round, no matter what. So let's do it. Let's play chain float. Oh, I get a stable here too. I totally forgot about the stable. And 7, 8, and 9. Oh, I guess I could have played it in round 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. and I do 7, 3 food S4, F4, and basket. So basket gives me a wood, a reed, and a grain. So Payne is going on 6 wood, which means he has to pay me. So cool. F. So then Gray has the option of paying me to get an extra wood or just doing 4 wood himself. So yeah, I think this is a pretty strong position. I'm going to have the easiest plowing of anyone in the game. Stable planner is going to get me some points. So I definitely want to get a cooking hearth, so I'm looking at a couple nice clay actions. And actually, work certificate, again, 4 clay moves, pretty good. And actually, I could play work certificate and immediately benefit from it. I think I can do that based on the text here. Each time after you use an action space. So I can play miner, the miner's out, and then it's after I've used a space. Therefore, I can grab a resource. Do I want to do that? No, I'm probably fine with just taking 5 wood. 5 wood is a pretty nice action. Although I wouldn't mind getting a food. Yeah, let's take 4 wood. 4 wood and a food. This conversion should be effectively. So field caretaker. When you play this card, change 3 clay for 3 grain. This card is also a field. Or it is a field. These, it's a field, but not a field tile. It's, this writing. It's not something that goes onto your board. Just let us plow a field as well. I guess it doesn't occupy an action space, but I don't understand. I don't understand the text of this card as a field. Like, it seemed like they were trying to get rid of the ambiguity of you can sew on this as if it were a field, but this card is a field I don't find intuitive, but maybe that's because I'm stuck in the old language too much. Yeah, I wanted that. I want that food. You gotta give me my food. I demand it. So I think Payne is probably building a room here. Yeah, giving up a wood for a food is a good conversion for me because I turn a food into better than a wood with basket carrier. I turn a food into three goods, one of which includes, or 2 food into 3 goods, one of which includes wood. So, yeah, food is better than wood generally for me this game. Great plays. Double turn plow. Wow, Payne has 4 stables out already. Yikes. Play this card, you can immediately plow up to 2 fields. Interesting. Well, there's 5 food on fishing available. So yeah, I'll fish. Take a wood. Okay. So I'll look at my round 7. If I can play Wood Harvester in round 7, that will be a pretty strong action. Gray is saying, oh, this is amazing for me. This is like game winning, guaranteeing turn of events for me, I think. Because family growth is round 7, and I'm seated immediately after the person who built the first room and sat on start player, which is beautiful. Oh, Carpenter's Apprentice, that's right. So he built some stuff for free. I forgot about that. Yeah, Gray doesn't really have a choice. So Hook Knife. This is the card that lets you get points for sheep. So absolutely I am building a room. I guess it should go down here just for safety's sake. So if my second action could be read stone food, so that I could get a stone to stone carve, that would be pretty good. Otherwise, for clay, I'd be happy with that. Even occupation wood harvester would probably be okay too. So what would I want to do with my start player action? So I'm going to start player first move next round, so I can start player work certificate and steal a wood from the 2 wood space probably. And then on family growth, which will be first action, I'll play clubhouse, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a stone. Yeah, or corn schnapps. Both of those would be fine. Actually, corn schnapps would probably be better, because unless I start, if I'm gonna play it, I need to do it sooner rather than later. And if I play corn schnapps in round 8, I can do 1, 2, 3, 4, and then round 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then round 10, 1, 2, 3, 4. So it would let me use my first 3 grain from my first 3 harvests and load up the end of the game, which would be good. Which would actually be a good play, I think. Especially because I'm converting my stone into stuff that's not points. For clay? For clay looks good. I would like to get onto a stone move with my second action next round. There's a chance that stone or clay is available. Or sorry, that 3 stone or reed stone food is available. Livestock feeder for Barbarossa. When you get this card, each grain can hold an animal. Okay. Payne plays Scullery Shack, which is the live in a wood house, get food. Yeah, we really needed minor improvement helping cards, especially with paper. That's paper knife. Paper knife just does that. It says, just play minors. Go on start player. Start player is good. Steam engine. Whenever you use an accumulation space with the last person, you can also take a bake bread. Okay. Start player, work certificate, and grab wood. Barbarossa playing another occupation. we needed easier occupation playing in this game. I wonder if it's because there's a lot more. Is there a lot of food injected? Like Joiner of the Sea, I guess, injects food. Paper Knife definitely does, that's for sure. It's hard. I've already forgotten some of the cards these guys have played. There are too many of them out already. Gray playing Major Clay Oven. Okay, that's a little sad for me, but I don't mind. Animal Feeder. On the day labor space, sheep or a grain, or you can buy stuff. Like, it's quite good. Quite good. Like, it's just so much more flexible than some of our other classic cards. Reedstone Food. Four food, 3 food, S, 4, V4, and basket. Basket gets me a wood, a reed, and a grain. I take off a stone and 3 food. And my setup is up and running. Up and running quite nicely. So the question is, do I play Clubhouse here? Clubhouse takes 5 rounds to pay off, so I can play it in round 9 and still get the stone in round 14. Wow. And these guys have to pay me to take from those spaces. Wow. Let's steal a wood from there, and I'm now in a position where, oh no, I'm not, because I'm going to play this. Oh, that's okay. And I'm going to use it right now. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I played Corn Schnapps Distillery. Ooh, Stork's Nest. Oh, this is fun. Oh, this is very fun. And unfortunately, there's no way for me to block it. I would love to block his build room action, but I can't. I would love to block that. But he got all his occupations out. So that's why he was pushing these occupations so hard. I did wonder a little bit. Get a food from Pain for taking 5 wood. Beautiful thing is I know work certificate is going to go off here because I'm either getting taking a wood from 5 wood or from 4 clay. F, thank you. Yeah, I could block him here, but I don't need to actually. I can do other stuff. Like take 3 wood and then be in a good spot to build a room and grow next round, or in the future if not next round. Yes, and I'm going to work certificate this clay here. You didn't actually take the food from Gray, didn't I? Yeah, looks like I only did it once. Thank you. Yeah, because I started the round with 5. Thanks, Sid. I typed it, but I didn't actually put it on my farm, it looks like. Looking at the game log. I took the one from Pain, but not the one from Gray, yeah. So I have way more wood than I need, which is a good position to be in. Barbarossa, though, is doing quite nicely. The store... I don't even remember all his cards. That's the other hard thing, is it's hard to keep all these other cards in. Keep track of them. So Payne, his Carpenter's Apprentice, gives him cheap wood, cheaper stuff from wood. It's basically a wood action. Joiner of the Sea lets him pay a wood to anyone who uses fishing to get food. Field Caretaker got grain and acts as a field. My Forest Guardian, they have to pay me when they're taking 5 wood or more. Stable Planner giving me stables. Stone Carver, classic card. Basket Carrier, 2 food each harvest to a wood, a reed, and a grain. Chain Float giving me the fields for free. Work Certificate letting me steal resources off the board. Corn Schnapps Distillery, grain into 4 food. So Bonehead, it was giving him wood. I think it's only giving him wood. Yep. Bonehead was a 6 wood action. Guys in the White Hat was a resource action, which is done. Forest Tallyman, the space between the 3 and the 2. Livestock, feeder, get a grain, hold animals on your grain, and animal feeder. Go on day labor, you can buy animals. Or receive animals or whatever. So I'll convert a grain here. Payne plays Ceilings. So this is another card that makes him not want to reno out of his stone house. Or reno out of his wood house, sorry, I should say. So I wonder if Payne got an easy reno card. Like this would be really good if you have like Slapdash Renovation or something. Then you can do some cool stuff. So if I want to, I actually have enough right now, but I will convert my grain. 1, 2, 3, 4. Don't know if Payne needed a family growth there, since Barb can family growth at the end of the turn, end of the round. I agree. Yeah, he probably did not need to, but it's just him playing a little safe, I would say. Being a little careful. I don't mind that. Let's play something. Let's play an occupation. Let's play Wood Harvester. No, let's not play Wood Harvester. Let's yeah, plow field is fine. Fields are good for me. Yeah, that's fine. Barbarossa day labor, grabs a sheep. So he can now breed his sheep, which is a good position. Yeah, nice. He has a lot of food. A lot of food. Calcium fertilizers needs no fields. Oh. You know what? Calcium fertilizers was always borderline because with Garden Designer, I don't want to sow too much. With Garden Designer, the optimal setup is probably 5 empty fields in round 14, so you can pay 5 food for 5 points, which is an absurd, pretty absurd conversion, considering that the barrier to entry is so little. Reedstone food lets me get Stone Carver. It's basically 4 food and a reed, and actually the reed might be excess because Basket Carrier is probably getting me more reed than I need. Sid says, what is it? Oh yeah, it looks bad. What is it? Sorry, I'm not totally following what you're saying, Sid. You might be responding to me live and I'm just missing the exact timing. Did you ever take your clay? What clay? A worked clay? I have the last action here, and I can see that wood harvester is going to go off, so I play it. So wood harvester. Did I add a food? I removed the clay. Okay, I'm good. Yep. I need to minus minus 2 food here. Plus wood F, and then I feed 5 food S for basket. One, two, three, 4. And then I get a wood, a reed, a grain, and I take off the stone. Yeah, wood harvester gives so much stuff. Start player into 6 wood? I could. I don't mind giving up 6 wood so much since it gives me food. Yeah. Oh yeah, sorry, Sid, you looked up the card, you looked up calcium fertilizer. Yeah. Yeah, calcium fertilizer, I think it just doesn't work with my garden designer. Honestly, I think the effect of the card is probably fine. Like, like if you think of a card like watering can is fantastic because you pay a food for 2 grain and a vegetable most often. That's 2 points. That's a food for 2 points on a minor action, which is a fantastic conversion. Now the downside is calcium fertilizers requires a lot more work because you have to play the calcium fertilizers early in the game, but those stone spaces are often dead spaces in round 14, so getting crops is going to just most of the time be a ton of wood for you. So pay a food. Okay, F. Oh, unfortunately there's nothing for me to work certificate. That's a shame. 3 stone is probably good for me here. Stone oven will be pretty strong, I think. Garden designer. At the start of scoring. So the start of scoring is after this harvest phase. So I could sow grain here if I want to. I think it was actually start putting to 7 wood things to work. Yeah, that's true. But you know what? I have Harvest Festival. Oh, that's right. Yes. Yes, and it gets me a major minor action, which can be Stone Oven. All right, so I see the game plan here. The game plan is try to have a bunch of grain fields in round 13. Then I can play Harvest Festival. Looks good. So my round 13, I want to play Potato Digger first. Actually, I can play Potato Digger. Yeah, round 13, I want to play Potato Digger and then sow a bunch of grain and then play Harvest Festival. Now, Harvest Festival could come in round 14 too, but the Stone Oven's not lasting that long. So Barbarossa will build again. So I need to build a room here. I would like the stone, but I definitely want to build. So let's do that. I have other options other than 3 stone, like 2 boar would be quite good. Taking vegetable or grain are both fine options for me at this point. Yeah. Oh, I don't want to take vegetable. That's right. Potato Digger is going to get me vegetables. Pain playing the first cooking hearth. Okay. I would like the other cooking hearth. If I don't get it, I don't think it's the end of the world, though. The 2 boar are gone to Barbarossa. Yeah, that's too bad. But if the 3 stone comes back, I will be well content. 3 stone gets me the stone oven. Or it gets me Basket Maker's Workshop is the other thing. Basket Maker's Workshop would be fine for me. Did I pay my reed when I built a room? Yep, looks like I did. Oh, I paid too much wood. I paid wood. The auto pay paid for my stable. Yeah, auto pay. That darn auto pay stealing my resources. Gray's thinking here. Yeah, Steam Engine with Garden Designer would have been nice. Get a bake action right at the end of the game after you've done all your other stuff. Gray played Moonshine. Moonshine, random and occupation. You can play it or give it to the player on your left. Which he gave me rustic. For each clay room you build, you get 2 food and a bonus point. Okay. And I get moonshine into my hand as well. That's actually good, because odds are moonshine will play potato digger or garden designer, both of which I want to play. Grab the 3 stone. Costing a veg. Okay, so Sid says, are you planning to get to 5 before digger, or play digger and then plow sow? Costing a veg, but you may not need the veg. Yeah, that's a good point. Probably the way it'll work out is if I wait for that 5th field tile, it'll mean that my sow action will come too late for me to harvest all the grain back off of it. So or all the vegetables. So in which case, playing it in round 12, getting 2 vegetables which I can sow and for sure harvest off, I think will be fine. But we'll see. If I can get points, if I can get vegetables, points are fantastic for me. Or food is fantastic for me. So every extra vegetable will be additional points. Like the way that you can break down Garden Designer, it says for every empty field on your farm, you can pay 1 food for 1 point. After that, 3 food, which is basically a vegetable or a boar, for another point on top of that, up to 2 times per field, because it's 147. Mole plow, round 8 or later. Each time you use a plow or plow sow, you can plow 1 additional field. Yeah, looks good. Yep. Like if you compare it to something like Donkey, Donkey's a lot stronger, but Donkey has the requirement of the pasture. Well, the strength is the same, but Donkey is cheaper, I should say. Open air farmer. When you play this, remove 3 stables to build a pasture covering 2 farmyard space. In your supply. Oh, I see. So you're removing the ability to build them. I see. In order to build some cheap stuff. So let's convert a grain. Knops a grain. And then probably plow another field, I think. Yes, I think plowing a field is fine. It means that I don't really want to plow sow because I'm going to get to You know what? Plow sow is a good action. Why would I not want to plow sow ever? Okay, I don't need to plow a field. Forget that. I need to think. I could reno here. I could reno stone oven with this action. It would get me the stone oven. I would be a little sad that I don't get to do something else, but kind of gets it out of the way. Yeah, I think that's fine. I think that's a fine move. Could always not schnapps the G and just bake it. Yep. Yeah, you're right. Sid says, so you need a manual plow then, since you're only at 3 in round 12. Yeah, I'm thinking round 12 might be plow sow. And 4 food now is better than 4 food over time. Absolutely right. You're absolutely right. I don't know. I want to use my schnapps to still, because otherwise I'll feel like it's wasted. Yeah, which is not the best reasoning, that's for sure. 3 and then that, and I get to steal a grain with work or a clay with work certificate. Work a C, and what am I doing here? I would like to breed animals. Unfortunately, I cannot breed animals. You know what? I'm going to take Reedstone Food a couple times and hopefully get the Basket Maker's Workshop. Or Pottery. Both of those would be good options. Or I could start player. Okay, let's do it. Let's start player. I think I'm happy. Oh, you know what? No, because I'm going to reno. And I would rather play Moonshine I'm going to Family Growth, and I would rather play Moonshine on Family Growth. So Reedstone Food, and then maybe a 3-wood action. If not a 3-wood action, I didn't play Moonshine, sorry. I need to grab one more clay so that I can play Clay House. If you Moonshine and it plays Potato Digger, that would be a bit of a waste. That's true. That's very true. So it would be nice to wait until I have all my... You know what? Moonshine, start player round 13 after I've done Plow Sow. That would be an option. But the problem is Plow Sow is not good unless I've already played my Potato Digger. I do have Harvest Festival still too. I'm not sure. I'm really not sure what I'm doing here. I could get Garden Designer out of the way. I guess it's 1 vegetable, but 1 vegetable's a point. I want to wait. I want to get my points. I need points. Actually, it's less than that now because, unfortunately, Barbarossa just built the other cooking hearth. Grain is more food for me than vegetables are, so I'll take a grain. And then my last action will be Family Growth plus Family Growth nothing, I guess. Yeah, because if Potato Digger... Well, no, you know what? I think Moonshine. Yeah, because if it plays Rustic, I don't care. I pass it. If it plays Garden Designer, I play it. If it plays Potato Digger, I play it, and I'm sad that I lose out on one vegetable. Yeah, you're right. You're right, Sid. Either way, it saves me an action. Yeah. It's all family growth moonshine. Yeah. Gray plays Minor Improvement Wooden Lattice Fence. Oh, this is the card that lets you fence when you go on boards, which is weird. It's just like, hey, let's link two actions. Okay. LMNOPQR. Random 1. Perfect. It's fine. So I need to feed 7 plus 2, so feed 6S for F7 basket. Wood, read, grain. Yep, and I probably get a food from Barbarossa plays Major Pottery, okay, and Gray is the start player. Also wood from Minor if no one takes 2 wood. Food, I think, from, oh, wood from Minor, oh, work the wood, yeah. From occupation. I think occupation only gives food for 2 wood. Wood harvester. 1 wood for 2 wood, 1 food for 3 wood. Okay. Wow. Gray took 2 wood. That's unfortunate. The wood has all gone out of the game. There was so much of it before, but now it's all been sucked up. So Gray's got the first move here. I'm pretty sure he is family growthing. Yep. So I will plow a field here normally. I don't need start player, honestly. I would like it, but if I plow a field here, I can then play Potato Digger, and then I can sow goods, and then I'm laughing. Oh, work C. Gets me that second clay, which is nice for building a fireplace. Barbarossa gets animals, which is good. I would like 2 boar to come back. It might. All right. Let's go. Sorry, I think Ak is wood if 2 wood and food if 3 plus wood. You are right. Yeah, you're right, Sid. I was wrong. Oh, man. Animals denied to me again. Does work certificate only work on building resources? Can I take food? Yeah, building resources. Man, how broken would it be if I could take a food from fishing? That would be funny. That would be so funny. Oh man, and this stuff is just all like coming back to me. Grab 2 veg. So my last 2 moves, sow and fireplace. 3 stone. Actually, I like 3 stone. 3 stone lets me build pottery or basket maker's workshop. Basket maker's workshop would be more valuable, so looks good. Yeah, so and 3 stone are my 2 moves here. So yeah, my fencing is going to end up being pretty lackluster. I might not get much more wood than this, but that's okay. I played a field, don't you need wood for fencing? I do. I do need wood for fencing, but wood right now is less efficient than all my other actions. Wood is an inefficient action for me because it only converts to points at it doesn't convert to food. Wood doesn't convert to food for me right now. And my most efficient way of getting points right now is from food. Sid says, I played a Field Watchman Potato Digger game, was fun. I also had 2 other cards that made the 1 green spot give plus clay food and plus 3 food over 3 rounds. Only won by 1 point because of Plow Driver. Wow, that must have been a pretty strong Plow Driver. But you know what, early stone cards, if you have the setup for them, they're just ridiculously strong. They let you do some incredibly powerful stuff. We're just waiting on Pain here. Pain fenced. Cool. I do need wood for fences, you're right, Sid. But yeah, I mean, if I can get a 3 wood action, or if I can get 2 wood and harvest wood harvester 1 more wood or something like that, that'll be fine. Let's get my sewing done here. I'm also gonna basket 1 more time. Maybe 2 more times. If I get Basket Maker's Workshop, I might do it 2 more times. Yeah, Barbarossa actually got to use the 3 clay 2 or 3 wood 2 clay action from his occupation. That's fun. I guess yeah, access to a 3 wood action late in the game is fine. Problem is it's too difficult to do early in the game because you need to have an action after those 2 spaces have already been taken. And the 3 wood space normally goes early, but the other space normally does not. So I'm gonna start player here and grab and play Harvest Festival. Unfortunately, I don't get to work the wood, which is a shame. Oh yeah, fields don't have a home. You know what? Do I need to Harvest Festival here? Family Growth is available. But you know what? 2 other players are at max. I mean, it's a Pain will do it, but getting Harvest Festival out here is pretty good, I think. And I get a major minor action. With that, I will grab Basket Maker's Workshop. Field phase of the harvest and a major minor action. Yes, because I want to go on Sow Bake next round. Or this round, actually. You know what? Sow Bake this round would be good too. Sowing my vegetable and baking 2 grain. Because I'm going to harvest both the vegetable. Yeah, that works. that works totally. And then first action next round, maybe take some animals or something. I don't want to sow next round. Exactly, yeah, you're right. So it says Matu got 3 fields and 4 stone rooms. And Animal Reeve was also in the game and had no way of getting animals. Plow Driver let you focus on animals and then backfill. Oh yeah. Yeah, and then you're right, I do not want to sow next round. So that's why I'm going to sow bake here. Yeah. Bake 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And sow. So the rest of this round is me taking animals. That's all the rest of this round is. The nice thing is I never have to worry if I'm converting too many reed to food, because reed to 3 food is better than my conversion, and I can turn that 3 food into points with Garden Designer. That's better than a reed to points directly. So it's better for me to convert all my reed to food. If I could convert every reed I pick up to food and then to other stuff, that, you know, is ideal for me. So yeah, I'll take 2 sheep because 2 sheep is 3 points. Otherwise, I'll take animals. Oh, 2 sheep's gone. So I'll grab a cattle. Cattle's fine. Cattle is totally fine. 2-point move. Armorosa says 3Z. What's he getting that from? Oh, he's just making another pasture to breed animals into, I think. Needs more space. I don't know why he's doing it this way, though, as opposed to 1, 2, 3. I wonder if he's got a card. Oh, is there a sow adjacent to fields card or something like that? He's in a nice spot, though, having gotten to a 5-room stone house. He's missing points from some other areas, though, that's for sure. Okay, bunch of stuff that I don't really care about. I could take 2 wood, but I don't think wood's getting taken by anyone else anymore, so fireplace. 4 food, RS, 4 feed 8, and basket. 3, 4, wood, reed, stone is gone, reed is gone, and I get a grain, and then I harvest. Yep, looks good. And gray is taking fish, so I get a wood from my wood harvester. Alright, so this food is mine. And I have a great dilemma here. What do I want to do with this action? I have no interest in plow sow. I'll leave plow sow for Barbarossa. because he's the only person who can block my fencing, and fencing is worth quite a bit of points for me. So let's make sure I get that done. But before I do that, I'll take another 2 points from 3 wood. Yeah, that looks fine. Oh, I can work clay, but the clay is useless at this point. But I may as well steal it from the pottery. Payne going for the 3-point family growth action again. So yeah, Barbarossa could block my fencing. Oh yeah, he had space to breed animals. Yeah, I forgot about his animal holding card. He took clay again. Yeah, let's play this safe. Fence 10. Is this the best way to fence 10? I guess it is. It covers 2 extra spaces, but only loses 1 point. Means I can't plow any more fields. Plowing extra fields would actually be pretty nice for me with because garden designer rewards me for plowing fields by getting even better food conversion. If sow comes back to me, I'll consider doing a sow action just to bake, just to bake, and it'll also probably block point actions for my opponents. Okay, so when I come to the end of the game, I'm going to eat a reed. So if I eat a reed, I will be at 7 extra food because I need 8 and I will have 7. Actually, I will have 9 extra food because I can eat a vegetable as well. So I'm going to eat a reed. So I can eat a grain. So I will be at 10 extra food. 10 extra food is 1 food short of another point. So if I can get something that gives me 5 food, that's a 2-point action. Reedstone food, unfortunately, is not quite enough. Yeah, it's not quite enough. What do I do? I just take a boar for now, I guess. And Reedstone food last move, probably. So yeah, okay, I eat a reed for fit to get to 15. I eat a vegetable. And I might get some food. I might get a food from potato or from wood harvester. Okay, so yeah, Reedstone food would be 4 food, which might get me to 5, which would get me another 2 points. And I can't hold a 3rd animal anyways, so... Oh, overhaul, okay. So he's got 6, 9, 12 there, and he gets to do another 3. Sure. That's something. Raise all your fences and add 3 and rebuild them. Nice. Yeah, that's a much better farm now. Much better. He has more animal points than me, but that's counteracted by my crop points. Hard to say on our improvements. He's got 5. I've got stone. I've got 6 minus 1. So I've got 5, but he gets some bonus points. But I get some bonus points. So, but Barb has stone houses versus my interior or garden designer. But I also, yeah, I have more fields. It's going to be really close between us, I think. I have stables to make up for lack of pastures. Yeah, it's going to be close. Pretty sure it's between Barbarossa and I, though, because these guys are not really looking like they're doing anything. Payne really did not want to reno for some reason. I guess because of ceilings and scullery shack, but renovating his points. Don't really get what he's doing otherwise if he's not going for points. He's overhauling as well. Oh. He's doing it to add 1 point. Is it a 1 point move? Does he have wood? I don't see any wood here. Or did he already do it? Okay, I've already seen his farm after doing it. Okay, that's fine. I would love it if overhaul could have come all the way back to me. Not that I have a way of grabbing the wood though, so it doesn't really matter. So yeah, my last move is Reedstone Food. Gray plays Occupation Game Catcher. Yeah, this would have been a nice card for me to have here. Get a cattle and a boar. I eat the boar, eat the cattle, breed the boar for some food and a point. And that's it. That's the end of my game. I might get stuff depending on Wood Harvester. I have 5 fields to his 2. Yep, you're right. So we will see. It's going to be close. It's going to be close. I have a negative, which Barbarossa doesn't. Ooh. Ooh. Okay, that means I don't get Oh, that's fun. Oh man, that's a 3-point card there for him. No Wood Harvester for me then. So that's probably like a 3-point play there for Barbarossa against me, which is really nice. All right, so I eat a reed, a stone, a vegetable. So that's 8 food. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I eat 1 grain. So I'm overfeeding by 14. So if I'm overfeeding by 14, I do, so first I feed 8. Should pay 2 food for basket. Yeah. So that's what I'm thinking. Yeah, I can do basket. Well, what I can do is I can eat 2 grain and then pay the 2 food, and it's the same thing. Like, it's really the same conversion. If it gets me 1 point either way, Sid. Yeah, I agree. I know what you're talking about. So yeah, okay, that's me after feeding. I do 5 for 5 points. And then I can eat another 3. For another 3 points. $14 food to 8 points. Yep. I think that's the same. It's the same Sid, yeah. It's a point either way. But yeah, it's a way of gating a little bit extra efficiency if it meant anything. So I score 37 plus 8 minus 1. So I score 44. GG. To gain a read point and a grain point. I think it's one more the other way since you lose 1 point from garden, but get a read point and a grain point. But I lost by 2 points, so it doesn't matter either way. Unfortunately. Yeah, just one short. 1 or 2 points short of tying Barbarossa. I knew it was going to be close. Gray at 39. Payne has 39. Yeah. Late family growth game. The way family growth came out was really good for me. But of course, Barbarossa had Stork Nest, and Stork Nest just laughs at a late family growth game. Like, it's so strong. Basket instead of garden for an extra grain and read point. Yeah, you're right. You're right, Sid. So I should do it that way. So I should do R, 1 fewer point from that, and I get 2 grain, like that, for 45. So yeah, I only lost by 1 point. Too bad. I set up a really nice play with the garden. This garden card seems really good. Garden designer. Yeah. Really good. Garden designer is great, yeah. I thought with basket there was no way that I could lose. I thought there was just going to be so much food available. And I did have a lot of food. Like, I converted 14 food to points. But that wasn't enough, which is crazy. Yeah. Yeah, late family growth went my way pretty nicely. I'm going to take a look at my draft, see how I did on the draft. Yeah, Stork. Stork plus horse-drawn boat was 3 food per round too, which is nice. Or sorry, 1.5 food per round. J3 has some crazy point cards, but I think they've been nerfed to a balanced level now. Really hard to beat a 5-stone room game because of the lack of points cards. Came very close with one of the best. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I ended up eating all my stone for food, so if you consider, hey, feed 1 less stone for the last 4 harvests, there's my 4 to rent out a stone house, but I mean, it's not like the game goes that way. Sid says, plowing is harder in the new edition. I just got a great plow card. Yeah, I wonder if they thought people would mix the sets together, or maybe they thought there are too many plows in EIK and we want to clamp down on that. I wonder. Let's take a look at my draft. 730. Okay. 324. 744. So basket carrier 5.7 power. Wow. Garden designer not rated yet, but yeah, the rest of this card was crap. Transactor 3.7 is fine, but its draft position is 5. Yeah. You can see there's some weird like effects here. Like furniture carpenter, power almost 3, but drafted at 5.5. Like the second, like one of the worst drafted cards in this pile. But its power is good. Yeah. It's weird. But yeah, you can see this hand was just all garbage except for garden designer. I took forest designer here. Game catcher, power 4.9. It makes sense. You know, late game, it's a late game card that gets you points. Late game occupations that give you just straight up points is nice. And that's what animals are, is their points. I took forest guardian, which is power behind Seed Researcher, which is picked more than a Spot Blader, and its power is less than Guys in the White Hat. So it looks like that one's a bit stronger. If I know I'm getting Stonecarver back, Guys in the White Hats makes a lot of sense to me. But I don't know. Forest Guardian seems interesting, like playing an occupation, getting 2 wood, and then start player second move, and doing a wood miner. That seems like a good card. Ignore basket carrier for now. Hasn't been tested enough since being nerfed. Oh, I see. Oh, right. Because it used to be that you could do it every round. Right, and now it's only on the harvest. That makes a lot of sense. Yeah, okay. I was going to say, 5.7 power, what? Yeah, okay, that makes a lot more sense. So the stats need to be reset on the card. Potato digger, yep. Stable planner, yep. Furniture carpenter is drafted 2 spots later with a higher power, but it's drafted 2 spots later, so that factors into the power. Stonecarver here again over Transactor. I didn't think I was getting a lot of majors, but I did. But I think Stonecarver made a lot of sense for me. Gave me a nice easy way to feed. Used to be a built-in combo with Basket Maker Wife for a wood grain every round for free. Oh, jeez. Wood grain every round. Yikes. Alright, looking at my miners. Work certificate. Yeah. Excursion to the quarry, though, at 5.6 power. All of these drafted very low. Harvest Festival Planner. I think it's nice. Extra field phase at the end of the game. It's super nice. Chain Float, yep. Clay Mortar, drafted more than a spot later, has quite nice power. I wasn't building any stone rooms though, so. And actually, I bet in this set, ABCD, I bet you see fewer, I bet there's less stuff that gives clay. Because I've noticed that there's more stuff that gives wood, so clay is a lot tighter. Clubhouse went unplayed, so anything else might have gotten played. Might have been worth something. Corn Schnapps Distillery, power 0. So all these cards haven't won yet. Huh. I wonder about Material Hub. Material Hub seems like it, whether it pays off or not can just depend so much on the game. It's like Good Friend in the France deck. Like, it just, what it does is so variable. Yeah, Good Friend, I haven't seen that card in ages. I like it. I like Good Friend. It gives good payout. 6 minor 6 calcium fertilizer, best card by power as far as I can tell. And then paper knife, sure, yeah. Yeah, it's hard for me to evaluate that draft because I don't remember what all the other cards were. But yeah, we lost by 1 point to Barbarossa, unfortunately. To be fair, I haven't played with as much with those sets as those guys have, but I mean, I still played a good game. Most things pretty much went my way. Yeah. Otherwise, that's going to be it for me for today. Last couple of days I've said I'm not going to stream until Sunday night or Monday, but that's what I said on Tuesday, then I streamed yesterday, and that's what I said yesterday, and then I streamed today. So who knows, maybe I'll stream tomorrow. I definitely will not stream on Saturday because I won't be home. I might stream, if so, yeah, if I don't stream tomorrow, I might on Sunday, and if not Sunday, definitely Monday. So, thank you very much for watching. Hope you guys have enjoyed this little video. Yeah, maybe I'll play in the tournament. I think this format will be nice because there'll be a lot of people who've just picked up the 2016 version, have no idea about the EIK decks, so, and all the cards that I play with. So maybe this will be nice because it'll be more content for people that are newer to the game. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you next time. Bye.